so I don't even know. Okay. The recording has started.
Yeah, just in case.
We need the air horn again.
Alright.
So, starting minus one person, because they're not here yet. And I think they said they wouldn't be here till about 30 minutes after. So I have a plan for that. Don't worry about it. So, we are going to pick up where we left off last. I believe everybody went to their dorms. I don't remember. I mean, I was already half awake.
SAID. Question.
Yes.
The Divine Voices said, Starlin, every character present. Lemia SAID, when you SAID this one is on the shorter side, will it be about 2 sources?
2, at the longest 3, and that's if everyone is not able to, roll well. Because I have made sure.
I'm falling asleep a bit already. That's why I ask.
Okay. I doubt it will be a problem, though. I put in safeguards, that way it won't spill over 2 hours, hopefully. But I've seen what this party does when given the option of choice. So,
Worst case scenario.
worst case scenario, it won't be more than 3 hours.
Just give us the question à bord.
Almost like
Okay.
that's.
I think we can start.
Anyways, so it's morning. You all waking up? I'm assuming you all go to eat breakfast or something. Minus one of you, which I will get to in a second. Mostly referring to I have to pull up names because I have the memory of a goldfish. Mostly referring to Kavette and Elias.
I think I'm going to struggle to follow the end with your mic cutting in and out. I don't know if it's noise cancellation or push to talk.
It's Windows' stupid auto noise cancellation fucking with this through on OBS, so lower the sensitivity a little bit and see if it helps.
Tech issues, yay.
Assuming everyone goes and grabs breakfast.
I think so.
I'm just whatever I'm doing, which has not been established yet.
Not been established just yet. Am I coming through better, by the way?
I think so.
I lowered the sensitivity a little bit. I can't lower it any further or the fan gets picked up. So,
It sounds better.
cool. Elias, what are you doing?
Did he hear Among Us?
Elias.
Oh,
The Rose Bush said, Ari, grabbing food.
Okay. And that leaves the rest of this really easy. That means all I have to do is like half of this that I didn't think was important, but anyways.
Good job. Ow.
Anyways, say this wrong for the 10th time. Kylian.
You said it right.
Celebration. The boat you have, snuck onto will be the word we use, has now hit port. You are now able to get off the boat.
Get off the boat.
No one's at the port to introduce you, so you'll have to, unfortunately, find your own way to the main part of the guild.
I'm working under the assumption I've been here before,
Perfectly fine.
so I make my way to the guild.
So, rest of you.
Lemia SAID, it just had a realization.
Yes.
All of us are imagining the world differently in D&D.
Are we?
Possibly. Walking intently, walking intently, walking intently, walking intently, walking intently. Finished at last.
Okay. So, Limia, I do have something I want to point out since you bring that up. Out of character, real quick, but the whole center point where we usually start is essentially a massive circle. Most of the locations are essentially in a massive circle. And then everything branches off, if I remember correctly from what me and Happy were talking about. Answer your realization. Anyways, so Kvet and Elias, you hear a bit of a kerfuffle coming from the main square, so to speak, of the guild. Y'all stay where you are and continue eating your food, or do you go and investigate?
Lemia SAID, I go look.
Okay.
Firoze Bush said, Ari, Same.
Alright. So, as you guys go to investigate the guild square, you notice a younger guy, pretty small to medium build, getting in an argument with a random person while he's holding a guitar.
Not the fucking bar. I'm kidding.
What are you doing? Do you try listening in or what?
Lemia SAID, steel guitar.
Roll sleight of hand.
Oh, I have to open the D&D. Wait.
We probably should have made sure we had all this set up beforehand.
The Divine Voices said. Starlink. Genius DM for to ASK before starting the
This is not
session.
fitting at all.
Lemia SAID, he was drawing art, in my defense.
Apparently this guitar is a very important object.
It's not, but I'm gonna let it roll. See what happens. Full warn in advance. We're gonna need a very high roll.
It's gonna be a nat 20 watch.
If it is, I'm gonna be so upset. Because I did not plan for this. I
We
mean,
have multiple roads. You have to plan for.
I
things
put
being
in
stolen.
parenthesis
Hold on.
what required to steal it, but I didn't think of the consequences because I didn't think anyone would actually try to.
You have multiple roads in this party.
In this session alone!
Yeah, just in case, banana bread.
Banana bread. Anyways, while we wait for that, Kylian, I'm assuming you make your way to the main square as well.
First, did you check the M?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say the same thing. You see the same thing happening.
Do I
Lemia
see-
SAID, misclick.
Okay, so what you missed in that time, I'm making my way to the main square now. And see the same thing. Do I see Kavette attempting to steal the guitar?
I'm gonna say yes.
Alright, I'm gonna let them roll a sleight of hand before I even think of doing anything.
WTF.
What? I can only imagine what happened.
DND Beyond randomly isn't logged in, and my email isn't either. Did my browser just bleed cookies out?
Use Google, say roll d20. I will just ignore, for right now, for this roll, I'll ignore any bonuses
hold
or
on.
whatnot.
Here's what I'll do.
Oh yeah, you can pull it up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you do that.
pull it up in screen share. So, sleight of hand.
That-
+1.
Okay. So, use Google. Google has a cool thing where you can roll a d20. I think it's just typing in roll a d20.
Lemia SAID, hold on.
Here, I can do it. Give me 5 seconds.
11,
11? So +1, that's 12.
12.
That does not beat the score. You are unsuccessful of stealing the guitar.
I just kind of mosey on over. Try and see what the argument's about.
I'm gonna say it's more hushed, so give me a I'm gonna say perception check.
+6, let's go. 24.
Okay, so you can hear that the two people are arguing over essentially a accident where one of them was not properly paid for some kind of event that they held. So the person holding the guitar.
Lenia SAID. My blue sky is logged in, but of course all of a sudden not my email or DND beyond.
Well, I can see the post of the stuff. I can see all the stuff listed. I just can't read modifiers very well. So,
I'm
shouldn't have to worry too much about it right now.
I'm not gonna intervene at this point.
I'm gonna say, Yvette and Elias, you also know this information, so you don't have to roll. Do you two do anything? Beyond
Yeah,
trying to steal the guitar.
For right now, I'm just why am I forgetting the word?
Casing? Is that the word you're looking for? To look from a
Assessing.
distance? Assessing?
I don't think that's the right word, but it's the closest I've got.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, I tossa rock and ASK then to stop.
They stop and the one that instigated the argument walks off. As a somewhat well-dressed person runs up and notices the three of you now standing in the middle of the town square with nothing happening.
I give a wave to this person.
What happened here? All I heard was some commotion, and I come here and now nothing happened. Now nothing's happening.
It was nothing more than a simple argument, sir.
Alrighty. I guess for now, just go about what you were doing.
Will do. I'm gonna look around and see if I see
Lemia
anyone else.
SAID. Okay. This is actually comedic. Gog is logged in, Blue Sky is logged in, and my other email is logged in, but of course the two things that it want for D&D all of a sudden have at their say. Key turned to ash.
We can worry about that later.
Yeah.
I-
There won't be a whole lot of rolling for a little bit. So
Yeah,
you won't have to worry about it. It's mostly just random stuff up to the start till our fourth person can join.
yeah, I'm gonna look around and see if I can see anyone else.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna say you see the other two.
Well, I knew I already saw Cavett. I mean, like, besides the other two party members.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, that answers my question.
There is a younger individual who is carrying around a fairly big hammer for their size, who is currently updating the quest board. If you're interested in that.
I'm gonna walk up to this person and ask, little one taking the day off today?
Repeat that, my audio cut out for a second.
I walk up to this person and say, little one taking the day off today?
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to repeat that. My brain is completely fried. Like,
I walk up to the person with the hammer and say to the person with the hammer, little one taking the day off today? Question mark. I don't say question mark, but
it's a question.
yes.
I don't understand what you mean, but I'm just updating the quest board.
Oh, you must not have been here last time I was.
No, I don't know who you are either.
I just smile. No problem. I'm just, looking around a bit right now.
Are you part of the guild? I don't see very many, I guess the word would be outsiders, around much anymore.
I have a connection.
Oh, well, in any case, I'm Gideon.
Hylian.
Your name sounds familiar, but I couldn't place you there.
You might have heard someone kind of important to this place mention it before.
Okay, well, it's updated if you're interested in anything on there.
I'll take a look in a second.
Alright. And Gideon just walks off awkwardly. Very confused.
I guess I'm going to look around for the little one.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, he walk up to the quest board and look at the quest.
Alrighty. So, put the list so I actually can. So there are 3 quests. You are only allowed to take 2. You're not taking all 3, otherwise this will legitimately end up 4 hours. So, there is a delivery quest. The weapons shop has a delivery that needs to be taken to current stealth instructor, as they call themselves. And there's
Lemia SAID. What is a
Stealth.
Delp instructor?
stealth, S-T-E.
Like sneaky people.
Stealth instructor.
Kelp instructor.
Kelp instructor. Okay. I need to stop before I die laughing. And then we'll literally get nowhere. There is no reward listed. However, it does say that they will give something in return. Just not what the reward is. There is a fetch quest, as apparently someone has gone missing, and a package was therefore lost. The current reward is 20 gold pieces per person. This is supposed to be the boring one that you don't choose because it's not finished yet. And there is someone who's...
Linia SAID, I'm going to pretend I'm here. We shouldn't take this quest.
I forgot a second, I'm not DM.
Yeah, the divine voices say, yeah, you should. And there is another quest. Someone is asking for people to acquire some fiber from deep in the woods.
Yeah, I'll look at Elias and say, I'll help you out. Pick whatever you want, but I've got something to do first. And then specifically, I'm going to seek out Sly.
The Rose Bush said, Ari, the fibre one sounds easy.
That's not how you spell fiber. Just so you know. That is
depending on the context.
That is certainly a way to spell fiber.
Because fiber optic.
Yeah, that is true. The, line fiber. Yeah. But, like, fabric, no.
But do I find who I'm looking for?
One second, I have to scroll through my notes for the extra stuff. It's all at the bottom. And it's pages worth of notes, so...
I thought my notes were descriptive.
Well, it's, in case of this, do this. Most my notes are usually just bullet points. And then I just, improv everything else. But I have situations because I've seen what happens. Okay, no. The divine voices say no. I'll find who you're looking for.
So I guess then I return to the quest board.
The Rose Bush said, Ari, tell quit about the quest.
Quit.
The TTS tribe. Right then, so in that case, this is unfortunately foreshadowing. Fuck. Is everyone ready to head out and go find fiber?
Yes.
Ari, yes.
Lemia SAID. Fiber.
Yes. There may or may not be giant spiders.
That's fine.
Is everyone ready to head out?
Yep. I like how you're just accepting that I'm going to be with you. No questions asked.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, yep.
Alright.
You know, this mysterious person you would not have come across before, who seems to already know his shit.
Ari, hey, more help.
On your way, as you start going through the woods, where you were told that this fiber would be, start seeing more and more giant-ass spider webs. I'm talking like these things look like they're made to capture humans.
These could easily trap us. No doubt about that.
The Divine Voices said. Starling, womp womp.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, yeah. Be careful.
At least one person got it.
Womp womp. I was gonna see if anyone could get some kind of something from it. There's a
well,
few
that
references you can do with giant ass spiders.
I just hope it's not a specific reference.
Probably not.
Lemia SAID. Giant enemy spider.
Okay, I'll stop.
I realized. I don't think I have anything I can cut this with. So I can't even do my...
Oh wait, does no one have short swords?
Oh, I have a small knife. Wait, is this a... Yeah, I have a small knife.
A small knife, short sword. Just something sharp enough to be able to cut through a spider web.
I
have a dagger.
A dagger will work.
I'm gonna look at the other two and kind of ask, maybe this is the fiber they're looking for?
The Rose Bush said. Ari, yeah.
So I
Just
missed
in
it.
case we don't find anything else, I'm gonna cut a few pieces off.
Give me an acrobatics check.
15.
As you cut the spider web, a giant spider descends upon you, and you are able to easily get out of the way with a backflip. Also, as you get away from the spider easily just simply walks away. But very much seems like it's not interested in people at this. Almost as if something bigger and scarier is in the area. Stupid Windows noises.
Wait a minute. I'm just gonna kind of stand there and look at the other two. See what they think.
The Rose Bush said, Ari, I feel like that spider was running from something.
I feel like
It's either running from me or there's a chance there's something behind us, which would be a bit inconvenient.
the divine voices say there's nothing behind you.
I thank the divine voices.
Okay, so as you continue, I'm assuming you guys continue moving. Because, I mean, I wouldn't be standing there.
Yeah, I'd say I'd keep moving.
The Rose Bush said, Ari, yeah.
Okay. So eventually, you end up finding a fairly large field full of cotton-like crops.
Wow, this looks a lot like cotton.
Elias,
I
roll me a perception check real quick.
kind of look at Cavett like. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably introduce myself. I'm pretending I noticed that Elias is trying to perceive something.
The Rose Bush said, 8 emoticon triste.
Okay.
I reach my hand out to Cavett and say, I reach my hand out to Cavett and say, name's Kylian.
Lemia SAID, hello. I like your voice.
I smile a bit.
So, as you are all giving each other introductions, You fail to notice that there is a giant snake coiling around the three of you. That now looks at the three of you and in a way to put it, just tosses you back somewhere in the woods. So congratulations, you are now lost.
Before I do anything else, I'm going to make a marking in the ground with like an X.
The Rose Bush said, Ari, fuck.
Okay, so I will elaborate right now. I had originally thought that this would be picked second, so I had a whole like chase sequence planned. I also thought that we wouldn't get that the person I picked wouldn't roll an 8 for perception because the score was super low and you barely failed. So, I will now say that this might take a minute. Because you're now in the middle of the woods, and all around you is just dense woods, so you can't really make out anything. So it is going to take you a minute to find some kind of trail or something to get back to, whether it's the field or the main part of the guild. So, what do you do?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna start by using my knight to put an X in the ground.
You want to explain to everyone what you're doing?
I look at the other two and say, let me just mark the ground here real fast, in case we end up looping back on ourselves. Do either of you have something long enough that we could just keep walking and drag out a trail?
Lemia SAID, UH. Crossbow?
Here, I'll show you your inventory. Oh yeah, you still have the bottles.
2 pounds of wood. Oh, wait. Crow BW. Crow BW. Crow BW. Crow BW. Crow BW.
The Rose Bush said, Ari, no. We could mark where we turn using the trees.
Lemia SAID, Croboff. Crowbar.
Alright, I'm gonna look at Cavett and tell them to start at the X and just drag the crowbar along the ground.
Okay.
The Rose Bush said, Ari, that works too.
Especially since you never know when some random bit of graffiti might be somewhere in the middle of the woods. Uh, so, I guess I start walking.
So, as you're walking, start to notice that in the direction going, the trees seem to get taller but less dense. So there's less trees, but they're taller, so they cover more of the ground in shadow. So you're technically getting further out of the woods, but you know, it definitely doesn't look like it.
Yeah, we all. Well, hope this doesn't lead to dark.
Lemia SAID, Tal trees. I suddenly blushing.
Uh, I look at Kavette. Fan of nature, are you?
Yes.
I like my time around trees as well. Sometimes it feels like I can talk with them.
Could you all give me another perception check?
+6, here we go. That is a nat 2. I got an 8. I was too busy Googling the tree. Yeah, +4 to that.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, 18.
Lemia SAID, 6.
Oh great, 2 of us got 2s.
Hey, don't worry, I'm adding all of your scores together for this one. I will also say that 18 just carried you. So, you all start to notice that you are getting closer and closer to the edge of the woods. But you're nowhere near.
What are you saying?
I was just looking into the image. So you're starting to notice that you are getting closer to getting out of the woods, but you are nowhere near the field that you were at. So now you run into the issue of you don't know where you are, but you know you're out of it. And you also do see a house a bit further out that looks somewhat like it's important.
I kind of move ahead.
Assuming towards the house.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you?
Lemia SAID, what was the question?
Are you following Kylie into the house, or are you doing something else? You just got outside the woods, but you're nowhere near the field.
The Rosebush said. Harry, he climbed a tree to see if he can find the field.
I'm gonna see Elias start to climb the tree and stop just in case I need to be a first aid.
Lemia SAID. He follow the person with the voice. Oh no, internet going out. Fixed.
I'm gonna say, give me a athletics roll.
I'm suddenly having memories of super kicking a door.
Hold on 1 second.
Apparently
He
it's very
climb Killian to see if he can find the field.
Kylian is not that tall. Kylian is 5'7".
It's still worth a try.
The Rosebush said. Harry 7.
Lemia SAID. Can he climb on top of you to see the field?
I'm sure the field's a little further away than that.
Give me a survival roll.
No,
Prefer-
Elias.
yeah. Yeah, it's Elias. Sorry.
And also, just in case,
The Divine Voices said. @Marcus2101.
The Rosebush said. Harry 16.
Okay, you realize as one of the branches you grab breaks and you go to fall, you realize that there is a bush and you swing your body to fall into the bush. You don't take any damage.
I'm still going to rush over to make sure Elias is okay.
Harry, I'm fine.
Empty.
You sure? No injuries, no bruises, scrapes.
Harry, yeah.
Alrighty. I offer to help Elias back up. Yeah, I have Doritos.
Harry, thanks.
I hope that did not just come through.
The bag rustling did, but the crunch did not.
Oh no, I haven't crunched yet.
So I am
Um,
double checking to see if someone is online. They're not online yet, so we will be waiting a. Yes, this is legitimately me stalling, so I can wait. Why I'm so kind of glad you picked this quest first.
Lemia SAID. Boyfriend eating presumably chips ASMR.
Hopefully that doesn't come up on the mic. Okay, so now that that is over with, I'm assuming I'll go to the house now.
Yes.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, yeah.
Now that there isn't
Lemia SAID,
someone trying to
yes.
climb a tree.
Alright. So you go up to the house, and it looks somewhat abandoned, but there are definitely some signs that someone was recently here.
Does it look like a welcoming place?
As much as a somewhat abandoned building would.
I'm going to walk up to the front door and give a swift knock. I don't know why I said that so verbosely.
Give me a perception check.
Perception?
Yep.
14.
Okay. So you notice as you knock on the door that you can hear on the other side of the door that there is some rustling noises. It almost sounds non-human.
Lemia SAID, I've been so zoned out. This is all because we were trying to get fiber, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Did we get fiber?
Not yet.
Can I peer through the keyhole?
Yes, that's how you're hearing all this.
But I can't see through it.
Yeah, you can't see through it. Too rusted.
Is there anywhere, like, around or under the door I can look?
There is a window.
I'm gonna do, like, a very sly peek through the window.
In that case, give me a stealth check.
Disadvantage. Let's go.
It's a what?
9. I'm wearing chainmail, so I have disadvantage.
I forgot about that. As you attempt to sneakily look through the window, you notice that whatever the creature is sees you and runs deeper into the house.
It seems like it's not gonna try and hurt me, so I'm gonna just try and open the door.
Lemia SAID, use my crowbar to break window.
The crowbar just bounces off the window.
I'm gonna just attempt to open the door.
The knob turns, but the door doesn't move. Seems like the hinges might just be rusted over.
Excuse me, when did they invent bulletproof glass?
It'll be
Kvet.
important in a second.
Kvet, that is a crowbar, not exactly a bullet.
I think the word you're looking for is impact glass. The Divine Voices points out that the hinges of the door are on the outside.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, break the
I was
hinges.
waiting for someone else to say it because I have nothing capable of really breaking hinges all that well.
Pretty sure at least 2 people in this party right now have a crowbar.
Lemia SAID.
Or even thieves'
Wait.
tools.
Yeah. I'll just lockpick it.
You're gonna lockpick the hinges?
The door. Knob. Keyhole.
I get what you mean.
Can I,
So,
can I just...
as you go to do so, you realize that there seems to be some kind of object in the keyhole that is blocking it from being used. However, you feel like that if you turn it just right, you might be able to get the door to open.
Now,
I'll
question.
do that.
Do feet work on the hinges?
No. Give me a
As-
performance check.
I was gonna kick the door down.
It didn't
Oh, well,
work
that's
on the
probably
windows.
very-
Why do you think it'll,
That's probably very uncharacteristic anyways.
yeah. Plus, if it didn't work on the windows, why would it work on the door?
Alright, +1.
Trois. 4.
The lockpick breaks immediately. Oblivion style.
Why not Skyrim still?
Because you
I'm
break
just gonna-
lockpicks more in Oblivion than you do in Skyrim.
I'm just gonna look at Elias. I don't even know the intention behind looking at Elias, but I'm looking at Elias.
I think they might be scrolling through their inventory just to double check their inventory.
Saying this in character.
The Divine Voices said. Starlin. Giving them that emoji for the star.
Lemia SAID, even though it makes zero sense to say this.
That means now
Never
Skyrim
mind.
exists.
I love that. I'm kidding. Hey, look, my second character was literally just random pop culture references at times. Like for stuff that didn't even exist.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, I use my crowbar to wedge the door open.
Give me a strength check.
While they do that, I'm gonna look for potentially another way in.
Give me a perception check. Actually, no. Investigation.
Still a +4. 15.
Ari, 6.
Elias is unable to wedge the door open. However, Kylian finds a cellar door that seems to work just fine.
I'm gonna wave the two over.
Ari, why didn't we look for this first?
I don't know, why didn't you?
It's just human nature, I guess. You see a locked door and you start to be very adamant at opening it. I don't know. Think the divine voices that this exists, though.
Ari, I guess let's head in.
Are y'all going in?
I'll head in last.
Yvette?
Corvette.
Lemia SAID, yes.
Alright. As you head in, you notice quite a few dead animals litter the ground. And it looks like they've been more or less just absolutely drained of any kind of liquid in their body.
Any animals like any type of animals in particular seem more common?
Mostly small rodents. Things that would be considered nuisances.
Oh fuck, I think I see South in here. I'm kidding.
Wow. Okay, bro. No rabbits were harmed in the making of this session. Rats were, though. Any comments from the party on the probably close to 50 or so dead rats?
I'm just gonna look down and say, oh dear.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, we should be careful.
What, are you gonna stealth then?
Would I have time to take my chainmail off first?
I'm gonna say you have advantage.
Alright,
Ari, yes.
then I'm gonna sell. 12.
Ari, Nat 20 più 6.
Okay then.
Lemia SAID. The only ones truly winning right now, are Sanad and my pet dragon for sleeping in.
The Divine Voices said. Starlink. Good thing this room isn't made of rubber.
Otherwise, it'd be a rubber room of rats. You could assume the person had
Rats
gone
make me
crazy. Damn it.
Yeah,
Yvette, roll stealth.
Lemia SAID. What am I doing that he needs stealth?
You're sneaking
Stealthing.
into the room.
do you really want
15.
me?
With buff.
Your modifier is plus 5.
So dirty
So
20.
No,
dirty
I
20.
mean,
Oh,
So a 10.
you got a
it's
chance.
this.
Alright. So as you all sneak in, I'm gonna say that Elias is in the front considering they had the highest roll. Elias, you see a being, and now that you can see them a bit better, it looks as if they have white, pale looking skin, and it looks like the clothes they're wearing are very tattered. They've probably been wearing them for a year. However, the room doesn't smell like dead animals.
Lemia SAID. Hello.
I cover Covette's mouth.
The Rose Bush said, Ari, wait. We don't have stakes, do we?
Not as far as I'm aware.
So none three of you have a stake.
I'm looking at the wrong person's inventory.
Ari, because my guess is this is a vampire.
I want you all to give me a perception check.
Lemia SAID. Don't the Dawn Guard use crossbows?
Dirty 20.
Yes, but give me a perception check.
Hmm?
Yes, all three of you.
Dirty 20.
Dix-huit with buff.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, 14.
So, all three of you can very much tell that it is a vampire. Congratulations. The clapping is not getting picked up on Discord.
Yes, it is.
It was when I started talking.
It was already.
Oh, well. Just in case, I'll also play... Where is it? They're not a... Pause? Here's one. Big ol'. That works. Trying to do the golf clap.
Lemia SAID. I shoot it in the heart with my heavy crossbow.
Hold
I
on.
I kind of slap Cavette before they can try.
SMH. Buty couldn't say hello.
Okay, here's the thing. If it wanted to kill you, it would have already done so. It saw you guys in the window and ran away.
I'm gonna put a grip on my amulet and then proceed towards the vampire. Like, it's very subtle grip, not like clutching at it.
As you start to get closer, you notice that it is currently drinking the blood of another rat as if it's a juice box.
Were juice boxes invented yet?
I'm using a modern example. We're gonna say canonically yes.
I'm going to pick up a rat and feign doing the same.
It doesn't seem to notice you, so it doesn't really matter.
I'm going to continue just to be safe. Is this? Smells like Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the other two. I don't want to be doing this with this rat right now.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, he make a loud noise to get its attention.
It jumps and runs away. While also saying, please stay away from me.
Lemia SAID. Okay, let's just leave then.
Uh,
I doubt they have fiber.
Not even gonna look around and see if there's any fiber in the basement?
I'm gonna look towards the vampire and say, well, all the fiber is probably on the outside of their body, so...
Do you have any
Okay.
fiber?
They
Who are you
open a
asking?
box and
Oh.
toss some towards you before running back up the stairs and
Thank
shutting
you.
a hatch.
I I try and yell through the hatch. You alright? You need somebody to talk to?
There's no reply.
Also, something tells me I doubt Snod's making it at this point.
Probably.
After I get no reply, I kind of shrug and just kind of start to follow the other two's commands.
Lemia SAID. Do you two think it was a good or bad idea to hand my P-Dragon 2 sleeping pills? Because we haven't seen my P-Dragon nor Sanad.
You did what?
He handed my P-Dragon 2 sleeping pills. And it seems like it took one. And gave Sanad the other.
Why did you decide to give your pet dragon sleeping pill?
He didn't know where to put them.
So you put it in
The Rosebush said. Ari, I think Sanad is okay.
I whisper under my breath. I swear some people should not own pets.
The divine voices say that this is how we'll explain Sanad not being here. Unless they do show up. Because,
Lemia SAID. Sanad was given a sleeping pill by a dragon.
because, out of character, this quest to get up to this point has taken 1 hour and 23 minutes. I may have overestimated how long this would have taken. Underestimated, not overestimated.
Okay, so we have the fiber.
I'm assuming you guys are already outside the building.
We just kind of need.
We might
The way
be able
back.
to stretch this quest across the whole session even.
No, I won't allow that because the next session has to have specific things happen. And I want to get these 2 quests done. Because there's a character I really want you guys to meet this session. Because he's great.
Shall we attempt to head back? We've still got some important business to attend to.
The Rosebush said. Ari, yeah.
Lemia SAID. What does it say about how tired I am? That within about 5 à 10 seconds, he had managed to get to thinking about a character being grated into a cheese grater.
That's just.
That is something that would happen. Once again, out of character, but there was a session in another
The
campaign.
Divine Voices said, Starling, jotting that down.
There was another session. There was a session in one of the campaigns I ran where there was a fight in McDonald's for about 2 hours. So,
With someone knocked out the entire time.
yep.
Lemia SAID, I've heard about this.
Okay, so
Yeah,
assuming now that you are all outside, you do notice a pretty obvious sign that points towards the guild.
Dearest Divine Voices, was that sign always there?
Yes.
Oh hey, someone responded to my DMs. We may have to actually explain Sanad being gone for part of a session now.
Once again, asleep.
The sleeping
Only-
pills were off.
Well, yeah, but how is Sanad gonna end up in this, next to this random house?
Followed her footsteps.
And besides,
I will
Plot point.
DM you how. I will DM you how.
but yeah, Sanad is coming. I believe. That's what I assumed. Look at that sexy fellow. Now I'm thinking about the image again.
The image.
Hello.
Is that our first member? It is.
Yes.
Sanad Mujdol said, "Oh, chi, at Subway RN, what's up?"
So far we have walked into a cave, got kicked out by a snake, walked to a house, got fiber from a vampire, and here we are.
Lemia SAID, also. My P-Dragon gave you sleeping pills.
Sanad Mujdol said, "Ait cool LMAO."
LMAO.
LMAO. LMAO. Okay, so you all start heading back.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, Sanad falls from the sky.
I look down as Sanad lands and ask, "Is this a regular occurrence?"
Sanad Mujdol said, "I dust myself off then look at the sky, maybe."
That's interesting.
The Rose Bush said, "Ari, I've only seen it happen once."
Once
Oncha. I just stick out my hand like Kylian. And also, on Dorito. Offer to get you back onto your feet.
Lemia SAID, boyfriend eating Dorito ASMR.
Once again. I will also say once the introductions are done and you get back to the quest board, you also do see that the quest trying to find the person and deliver the items is now seriously gone.
I just worked under the assumption that someone else took the quest. Looks like there's only one more here that's in our scope.
Lemia SAID, what quest is that?
Another delivery one, but you're delivering some smaller items to someone not too far out of the main area of the guild.
I forget, does the quest, does the paper itself mention Tico?
It's
I know you
posted
said
by
weapon
Tico.
shop.
It's posted by Tico. So you will have to go to the weapon shop to pick up the delivery. And go see our favorite demonic raccoon.
I just kind of look at the paper.
The Rose Bush said, Ari, well let's get that done. And turn the current one in.
Do we know where the person that needed fiber is?
I'm gonna say there is a box that says please put fiber here.
Cavette? So you put fiber here?
Lemia SAID, what about fiber here?
Put the fiber in the box.
The divine voices said, Starling, put the fiber in the box. Starling, put it in.
Lemia SAID, push the fiber down.
That's two great references, I love it.
He push the fiber in the box.
Although I don't know if the second one was intentional. Put the cookie down!
It
Now!
He likes that movie.
I do too. So I'm assuming after that, you all head to the weapon shop.
Reluctantly.
The Divine Voices asks why reluctantly. And DM me why. Do not say it. Because it is important character information, blah blah blah, confidentiality, something.
I have answered the divine voices.
And Voices has read your answer. So, as you all head there, you notice that the sign on the store says that it is currently closed. If you're there for the quest, to knock, and someone will be with you shortly.
I take a look at the other three.
The Rosebush said, Ari, Enoch.
Enoch. As you knock, I'll brain fart. I have to then again.
Les mia SAID, in character. Do you have a moment to go do something for a few minutes?
Probably not.
The Rosebush said, Ari, he would say not.
I assume this needs to be a pretty timely delivery.
Okay, I have up minutes. This won't take very long. We'll have some time to do some extra addition. Assad opens the door, greets the four of you, and the pack. Go is currently not in the shop, so I was told to hand whoever's doing the quest this and tell them to go deliver it to the big all stone house right outside of the towns of the guild square.
Alright. We will do that.
The Rosebush said, Ari, alright.
Oh, thank you. Once Tico's back, if you've finished before he gets back, he'll make sure you get paid. Todd walks away and closes the door.
Suddenly I seem to be in a rush. I just signal to the others. Let's probably get going. First goes by.
Ari, everything okay?
This is fitting considering some of the exposition that'll happen.
Yeah.
Ari, alright. Let's go.
So does everybody start heading towards the big stone house?
Les mia SAID, yes.
To nod. If you're there and not distracted by Subway.
Hey man. Subway sandwich, pretty fucking distracting. 'Cause it's
Sorry,
pretty
I
fucking
just got home. I got picked up from Subway, and I was barely listening to any of that. What happened? Why did we pop in
After the description part that we just did, introduced each other, went and dropped off the first quest, picked up another quest, and now we're making a delivery.
Right, I heard we got a package from someone that seemed and sounded like he didn't really care very much about it. What was that about?
So are we all ready to meet the greatest character I've made?
Absolutely, it's not that.
Hey, Pico is technically you.
Oh, that's
It's just
me.
inspired by my
Rosebush
actions.
said. Ari, yes.
Alright. So, as you approach the house, you notice that the door is at least 8-9 feet tall. So you can assume pretty tall motherfucker lives here.
If you could crouch, you could
Alright.
probably fit a 12-foot
That's
ninja
fine.
in here.
You're funny.
Making references that probably only one person gets.
I think I know what it is, but I'm not gonna say it just in case.
You just laugh at it and pretend, you know?
It's very direct.
Lemia SAID, if you knew it you'd know it.
Yeah, then I probably don't know it.
The Rosebush said. Ari, knock on the door.
Hi.
Alright.
Aye.
Hi.
I want to get this. Alright, so I'm actually going to read out the entire dialogue I have. This is going to be great. As you knock on the door opens, and out steps a half-orc, over 7 foot tall, wearing, holding a fairly big dagger. It would be considered a short sword to normal people. And he looks down, notices the package, and says, "That package for Crod."
Yes, this package is in fact for Crod.
Crod thanks you for package. And Crod would like to speak with you for a moment.
Kylian is happy to speak with Crod.
Damage.
I'm gonna say, Kylian's speaking in third person. He doesn't even realize he's doing this.
Wrong.
Shall the rest of you join Kylian in speaking with Crod?
The Rosebush said. Ari, yes he shall.
Lemia SAID, yes.
So, as you
Are
all
you making coffee?
Sanad says.
Kind of. I'm filling our water bottle with my
Loud background noise.
That's the sound of Sanad's brain after falling out of the sky twice.
I will also make the comment every time the text-to-speech speaks, it is the loudest voice by far, and it is turned down the lowest, as everyone else is at 200.
That's crazy, dog. Crazy? How crazy? Oh, I'm in a D&D session. Oh? I'm in a D&D session.
Hello.
Ryan says hi. Dad says hi. Or Dad says hi.
Hello.
He says hi again. He says hi 3 times.
Alright.
Hi for the 4th time.
So,
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 as you all step inside the massive house, you notice that one of the things on the wall
oh, I found it.
is a plaque, and it says,
Yeah.
the best stealth teacher in the entire guild, and it is signed with 3 names. One name, I will say, Kylian immediately recognizes.
Oh,
which name?
Hold on. Let me check the notes, because I wrote it down. Bottom, because I'm a dumbass.
Sanad Mujdol said. So di
That's what-
persone in piedi.
It's funny. Especially the comment.
Lemia SAID. Your mic is solo usually that it's not loud at all. I can't boost to 200%.
Can't you control F this shit?
That's what I'm doing. I typed it wrong. Again. Gems.
The Divine Voices said. Starling, Einstein.
Shut up! We already go over that I can't spell.
Lemia SAID. Einstein.
Just out of curiosity, what are the 3 names?
So, Minx. It's spelled with a K. It is, Minx on the left, Gideon's on the right, and Tico's in the middle.
Kylian thinks to himself, well, 2 out of 3 of those ain't bad. Out of character that was not intended to be a Meatloaf reference.
Grodd came here 2 years ago to investigate Meyer and became Master Stealth Teacher. Because one thing is true. There are only 2 things that have seen Grodd. Dead things, and things too scared to admit it.
Lemia SAID. Why did that suddenly sound like a Canadian accent impersonation for a moment?
It wasn't intentional. I promise it wasn't intentional.
Kylian is not about to become Dead Thing, right?
No. Grodd don't kill guild members.
Kylian is appreciative.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, it's Nietzsche to meet you, Crow.
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche and Crow.
I have to check.
The Divine Voices said, Crod.
Claude.
Sanad Mujdol said. Crow.
Lemia SAID, Crow.
Crew.
Crow.
Anyway,
But their characters are all going to the right pronunciation.
Rod learned some history about Guild, and both main leaders very important people.
Kylian may know a bit about those people.
Rod remembered Kylian's name.
Kylian remembered Crod's name.
Rod hands
Lemia SAID, Crow, your name backwards.
Kylian covers Kavet's mouth.
Rod heard a comment before. Rod still find it funny.
Kylian sighs in relief.
Rod hands you all a sheet of paper and opens the door so you guys can leave. Rod say go ask Gideon about history.
Kylian's willing to do that. Not sure about if Kavet, Alias, not, damn it, Kavet, Elias, and Sanad are.
I felt like an incomplete sentence.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, I'm down to learn some history.
I wonder if that's how they wanted it to be said. History. So here's some history.
Kavet?
Lemia SAID, yes.
So assuming you all start heading back.
Yes. Prepared to learn about history that I probably know.
Rod say bye for now.
Kylian says bye to Crod. And Kylian smiles.
I like Crow. Can I be in my house?
Crod,
Just saying things.
Crod might be a little big for Kavet's house.
Yeah.
Plus the dragon and the Sanad.
Yep.
The dragon and the sun.
So
No
as you
other
get back,
Sanad like Sanad.
as you get back, you notice that Gideon is updating the quest board again.
I'm looking around once again, and I just say out loud, Where's that darn kobold gone?
The Rosebush said. Ari, I guess let's go talk to Gideon.
Gideon.
Good job, text-to-speech.
Gideon. Assuming everyone goes.
Yes.
Alright. So, Gideon sees you all approaching as he staples one more notice to the board. And walks over. Well, I didn't expect to see, well, now 4 of you back so soon.
Yeah, our little Skyfaller here has so graciously joined us.
Falling from the sky is not the weirdest thing I've seen around here. A certain rabbit. I've never witnessed weirder.
Are you referring to Logomorph?
Yeah.
I see. I can imagine you've seen some stuff.
Anyways, for another time. Anything you need?
Prod had pointed to you about learning about history. At least these 3 may find it useful.
Oh, well, I don't know if you've noticed, but one statue now, the other one fell down after a certain incident with a certain weapons dealer accidentally knocked it down, but that's at least one of the guild's, well, not so much founding, they were already dead, but one of the people who wanted to found it.
The business partner.
Yeah, I guess that's the way to put it. But it started essentially because 2 friends wanted to, well, they found out about the island with a few other people and wanted to help out where they could. It was at least a little bit before the mire was really investigated, I think. That's a Minx question. But at least the founding, it started off after an incident happened. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah. Anyways, one of the major things was the founder of the guild helped build most of the older buildings and agreed with a certain weapon dealer to essentially start a small guild and help build an economy as we eventually found out about the mire and sent people in to investigate. And it kind of attracted people to come and investigate it, whether out of curiosity or what have you. And a lot of people came afterwards. I'm sure you've met some of the shopkeepers already. Or at least Kylian has. And knows about some of the issues that I won't get into.
I just nod.
But a lot of the, like,
Lemia SAID, does this mean he can get the gun for free?
that's a Tico question, and I doubt he's in his shop right now. And another thing to point out, if it hasn't been pointed out already, but, well, there's a crater there for a reason, pointing at the crater on a certain visible distant thing.
Wait,
I-
when did we end up outside?
You went to see the statue.
Oh. The way you described it, I thought you were just talking about it, not actually looking at it.
Oh, you went to look at it.
Okay. Confusion cleared.
On looking for something. But, there's a very noticeable crater on Fermina. Yeah, I don't think you want to end up there. Anyways, oh, it's really me and Minx mostly managing everything. With help from some others with coming in and people get equipped and whatnot. The only other thing I can think of that's probably important to mention was, I guess, my relation to the area, being that the said business partner was my dad, and yeah, story for another time. I'm sure Kylian knows what I'm talking about.
Was a little before my time, but yeah.
Anyways, I should probably get going because there's still plenty of stuff that needs to be done. I still have to furnish another 2 rooms because there's supposedly 2 more people coming in very soon.
I should probably look for the guildmaster. Either that or if Sly's hanging around.
I believe... I don't know where Minx is, but I believe Sly is probably busy.
Let's see. He's always been a worker.
Yeah. Actually,
Right. Heard he did some pretty crazy stuff recently.
I anything. So Yeah, I should get going. I guess I will see you all around.
The Divine Voices said. Cross Campaign Reference, cara sonriendo ligeramente.
Anyway. Alright, I'll see you around then.
Yeah. As walks off, you also see that it was finally reopening their shop and it's finally gotten back.
I sigh a bit, but kind of look to the others to turn the quest.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, yeah, we should go doso.
Is everyone else going, or?
Once again, reluctantly, I am following.
I'm still barely going with him. So, yeah, I'm following. Oh, okay, now.
Lemia SAID, yes.
Yes. Yes! Yes!
Yes! Yes!
I hope you know I'm doing this point too.
I was too. Anyways, so as you walk up to the store, Pico looks up and immediately notices Kylian and kind of chuckles a bit.
It's been a while, Tico.
It sure has. It sure has.
Coward, not doing the accent.
I'm not doing it right now. That'll kill my throat. My throat's pretty dry.
So, how's things been here?
Eventful. Eventful.
I see.
Anyways, I assume you completed the quest I had on the board. I doubt you'd be here for much other reason.
Me giving someone else a chance to speak.
The Rose Bush said. Ari, yes, it's done.
Alright, I do not have the gold on me right now, but I will make sure that you all get paid. Thank you for your assistance.
I do not give any form of response.
Ari, Inod.
As Chico walks back into his shop, he sticks his head out and gives Kylian a knowing look before heading inside.
I am not happy about the look that was given.
As Tico closed the door, you notice that the sun is starting to set. So it is probably best to head inside and rest up. Well, I doubt Sanad will do much resting after, having slept most of the day. Also,
I felt like
I don't remember who was all here last session, but because I want to make sure everybody stays the same level, I will say that I know Kylian needs to level up. I don't know if Sanad has leveled up.
I leveled up last year.
Because I don't remember who was all here last session.
I mean,
I thought the idea was to account for people being different levels.
I am.
Kind of how
I am, but next session we'll have combat. I want to just keep an idea of who needs to level up, because I need to account for how much XP is being given. That's the main reason. Because I don't want to... If you know what I'm trying to do, I'm trying not to level the people who are already leveled up. So I'm trying to bounce XP. I can double check character sheets later of who all I know is going to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Never mind. Ignore what I said. Because, yeah, Hylian won't be part of next session. That's right. I completely forgot.
No, you're right. First time.
Okay. Anyways. It is end of the session. I will now stop the recording.